Chapter 2, I'm going to transform. In the end, Yue Liang still didn't make it. Just when he had already stepped out the door, Xiaoya suddenly cried like killing a pig behind him. In Yue Liang's words, the howling cry at that time could simply shock the world. Ghosts and gods, Halley's comet can be scared to hit the earth. For the next half an hour, Xiaoya kept repeating the sentence "You bullied me," and while crying, she wiped the unidentified liquid made of snot and tears on His Royal Highness's snow-white shirt. Yue Liang looked at his famous brand shirt sadly, and when he was sure that the creature in front of him could speak rationally, he cautiously asked, "What did you call me here for?" Xiaoya took out a tissue, blew her nose, and said in a loud voice, "I heard that you are not bad designer." The word "not bad" made Yue Liang extremely melancholy. Who is Yue Liang? The famous image designer, His Royal Highness, who can receive countless screams from women every time he appears in a fashion magazine. When it comes to Xiaoya's mouth, it's just so. The corners of his mouth twitched. "Thanks for the compliments, it's okay." Xiaoya frowned and thought for a while, "Can you turn ordinary people into handsome guys and beauties?" Yue Liang raised his eyebrows and looked at the woman who had just insulted his professional standards, and thought carefully about his words. "I believe that as long as you want, there is nothing unbeautiful in the world. It's just that the brilliance is obscured by improper handling." Xiaoya seemed to digest Yue Liang's serious statement, and then she asked with big ignorant eyes, "Then what is your usual job? Do you put on makeup and choose clothes?" Yue Liang's anger can be tolerated or unbearable. Even if he is in a different line, he doesn't bring down other people's occupations. In his eyes, his work is an art that turns corruption into magic. He was regarded by this crazy girl as an apprentice in the beauty salon who put on makeup and casual clothes. "Xiaoya, what are you trying to say?" Xiaoya looked at Yue Liang, who was on the verge of running away, and pouted, "What's the matter? I just want to ask you for something." Yue Liang lost his temper because of her poor expression and sat down. "What's the matter? Tell me. I want you to help turn a person into a beautiful woman in the shortest possible time." Xiaoya said as if she broke her wrist. "Who? It's me. I'm going to change my image. I just threw all my sneakers off." Yue Liang watched Xiaoya pointing at the tip of his nose with a chubby finger. This condescending woman had a rare determination on her face. The prince's first reaction was to reach out and try to see if her forehead was hot. Although Xiaoya has a bad name, she doesn't look so bad to the people. Her facial features have no major flaws. Even if there are some flaws, they are covered by those big and flexible eyes. She is very healthy and energetic. The vigorous girl, although the figure is not perfect and a little meaty, but it's definitely still within the acceptable range in the public. However, according to Yue Liang, there were originally no ugly women in the world, only lazy women. Xiaoya was the spokesperson for lazy women. She was sloppy, and she always wore only one top in the closet. She doesn't care about look, and puts everything on her body when she touches it. Now, it's actually going to be a transformation? Yue Liang suddenly had the feeling that there is a girl in my family who is growing up. Isn't it very difficult? Xiaoya lowered her head to her chest in frustration, looking at Yue Liang's jaw-dropping expression, and muttered softly, "I knew. I was hopeless in my life." She got up and walked in front of the computer, opened an email with a photo attached. The girl in it stood there gracefully with her wavy hair permed. Yue Liang glanced at it. "Who is this beauty? A little familiar." Xiaoya rolled her eyes at him, propped her chin up and said listlessly, "Feng Xion, he can't even see your poisonous eyes." Alas, the 18th change of the Women's Congress. The two of them get off the plane on the 3rd of next month. I don't want to see them. Please pick them up. Why are they classmates? Yue Liang didn't say a word for a long time. Qiuziaoya couldn't wait for his response. She turned her head and looked at him in surprise. Yue Liang lowered his head slightly, and his long bangs covered his face in the shadows, making it difficult to see his expression. Yue Liang. Yue Liang raised his head and showed a bright and a little silly smile. In order to grab your dream lover from your rival, I said, how did you crazy girl turn around? You look down on my professionalism. Isn't you a bandit girl? Even Dongxi, I can turn her into Zishi. Before Qiuziaoya jumped up and violently dealt with him, Yue Liang grabbed his jacket and walked out. That's why Qiuziaoya, who was jumping up on her feet, did not see the lonely eyes of His Royal Highness the cynical prince, the moment he turned around. End of chapter 2.